can't see me though. Feel me though.
How y'all doing? You are now rocking with Knottydred and the FeelMeTho podcast. Today, this is part two to the World of Psychedelic podcast. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna take, you know, a deep dive into the world of psychedelics. I've been experimenting with shrooms and shit, and hey, that shit been taking me places. Feel me though? And I want to know what y'all opening y'all mind to. You feel me? So, welcome to Exploring Altered Reality. Shit. This podcast dives deep into the fascinating world of psychedelics. I'm your host, Knottydred, and today we're going to embark on the mind-expanding journey to uncover the mysteries, history, and therapeutic potential of these mind-altering substances. So sit back and relax and open your mind to the world of psychedelics. Feel me though? Um, Shit, let's get into the history of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say our journey begins with the look back in time. Psychedelics has been around for centuries. You know what I'm saying? With cultures around the world incorporating them into their religious and shamanistic rituals, from peyote and Native American ceremonies to, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, the Yakasha in the Amazon rainforest. These substances had deep roots in human history. The science behind psychedelics is the science behind it is ill. But what happens in the brain when you take psychedelics? You know what I'm saying? To answer that question, we turn to modern science. Researchers are using advanced brain imaging techniques to understand how psychedelics affect our perception, thoughts, and emotions. The results are reshaping our understanding of consciousness itself. I'm saying, them psychedelics really be having you on some, like, this is like almost have you where you can see the matrix, that you can see the hologram, like you can see like you can almost see through this illusion. It's almost like when I'm on it, it's like I can see the matrix. I see the code. You know what I'm saying? I see the zeros and ones. You know what I'm saying? Let me share something with y'all.
What psychedelic means from its linguistic roots is mind manifesting. The idea that these are mind manifesting, that's consistent with this other notion that these are non-specific amplifiers. In other words, you could have a euphoric experience, you could have a hellish experience. Also, terminology is so difficult in this area. Psychedelic can be used to refer to what are called the classic psychedelic compounds: psilocybin, which is in magic mushrooms; LSD, DMT, which is in ayahuasca; mescaline, which is in peyote. Those are the classic psychedelics. They affect a particular type of serotonin receptor, and that's their primary mechanism of action. But then you have other drugs that I think it's appropriate to call them psychedelic. Other scientists will disagree. So, for example, MDMA will work by releasing serotonin. So, that's a different mechanism. And you have other drugs such as ketamine and PCP. So, that affects the glutamate system in the brain primarily rather than the serotonin system. So, what does psychedelic mean then if it refers to multiple pharmacological classes of drugs that work in different ways? And the answer for me is that these are all drugs that can have a profound effect on one's sense of reality, including one's sense of self.
Well, yeah, from what he's saying, you're gonna trip out, basically. Yeah, you're gonna trip, man. And it ain't even really a trip. It might be you seeing what's really there. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah. And recent years, there has been a lot of resurgence in the interest in the therapeutic potential of psychedelics, from MDMA, as he just told you, MDMA assisted psychotherapy for PTSD, to psilocybin treatments for depression. The medical community is exploring these substances as potential tools for healing and personal growth. It was illegal at one point, and now they find basically I think they find a way to make where they can make money off of it. So they don't mind giving it to us now. But the psychedelic experience, you know, like my experience, what it's like to take the psychedelic. I see more than I'm supposed to. See, people think they be tripping. I know what I'm seeing is actually there. You ain't tripping. You just seeing the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I, would- I might clip in the interview I did with Mushroom Mike from Minnesota right here, but I don't. I might clip it in right here. So you can, or just go check part one. You'll refer to part one of this, so he gonna give you these experiences of him on mushrooms, DMT, ayahuasca. You know what I'm saying? But the legal landscape is crazy. Psychedelics are a complex topic, legally speaking. We dive into what I'm saying? We dive into the ever changing landscape of drug laws, decriminalization efforts, and the push for more research and access to these substances. Ethical considerations are the use of psychedelic raises ethical questions. Are there responsible and irresponsible ways to explore altered states of consciousness? What are the potential risks and how can they be minimized? We'll explore the ethical side of psychedelic experience, looking into the future. You know what I'm saying? As we wrap up our journey through the world of psychedelics, we'll look into the future. We might be what might the next decade hold for these substances. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be the next one? The next psychedelic to come out? They steady creating shit. Uh, the spice cake too. You can't tell me that ain't a psychedelic, even though it's chemical shit. That shit is on some psychedelic shit. Cause you will fuck around and goddamn astral project out your body. Fuck around with that shit. What you know what I'm saying? I think for psychedelics, maybe the top uses for it is going to be spiritual, trying to gain enlightenment. You know, uh, I wanted to pop some mushrooms and then get up here and do it so you could, you know, see a motherfucker on it. But I don't think the podcast would have went as well. You know, my conclusion, man, experiment, experiment with the psychedelic. Don't go trying no heroin. Don't go trying none of them. Don't go trying no drugs. Don't go trying drugs. No, do not go try drugs. But I would. I'm gonna say experiment with psychedelics and see what you can see. But you know, that's a wrap for today's episode of Exploring Altered Realities. You know what I'm saying? The world of psychedelic. I hope you've gained valuable insight into the world of psychedelics. Join us in our next episode as we continue exploration of the many fascinating facets of human experience. You feel me? Thanks for tuning in, and remember to keep an open mind. Feel me though? This is your host, Knottydred, and you are tuned in to the FeelMeTho podcast. Signing off. Feel me though?
Feel me though? Don't touch me. Feel me though? I mean really though. Feel me though? All eyes on me, still can't see me though. Feel me though? I mean really though. Still talking about what they don't need.